What's up, guys? So I just was gonna play a video, and that's supposed to last a minute, which I guess it lasted 1 second. Anyway, welcome everyone, my sweet, degenerate scalping addicts. Today, we are going to be witnessing the unification of high risk and hopefully high rewards as well. And with you on this journey today, you have no other than me, myself, and the RLZ Slingshot Indicator, which I'm going to show you guys how it works today. I'm going to be playing around with it a little bit. I have a experimental version here, and we're going to see if this is something we can use to make some stupid amounts of money in the markets by scalping. That sounds very not risk at all. All right, let's go. So before we go into the actual scalping, I want to show you something pretty cool here. So, I'm doing a lot of funding challenges, and I've just been funded with the 55ers funding firm. So I now have a live funding firm, and also doing at the same time as I'm trading that firm, I'm trading about two personal accounts and 3 other funding accounts. So I have a lot of stuff going on, lots of different, and I also have the accounts on Prime Expertise. So all in all, I think I'm trading 10 accounts in total. Now that's a lot, right? So what I've done is I've set up a pretty good copy trading routine here. And what's really cool is I tried something new this morning. So I thought, I have a lot of trading accounts on MetaTrader 4, and if you look at this right here, it's a pretty catastrophic platform. It's kind of, it looks like it's from the 80s, right? It's just absolutely terrible. The interface is like this very shitty, right? But that's what we have. Most of the forex trading and legacy trading, especially with funding firms, it happens on MT4 or MT5. And if you pull out MT5, you're supposed to expect like the new version, which is like super high tech. Well, let's look at it. Let's pull up the MT5 right here. Oh, it looks even worse. Looks like shit, right? So what I did was I went on to Oanda, and I set up a demo trading account on Oanda. All right, check this out. This is amazing. So I'm gonna log into Oanda. I'm gonna connect right here. Let's do the demo account right here, and I'm not gonna show you my personal details, obviously. So let's sign up to let's enter the demo account. It's a $100,000 demo account. It's a lot of money, a lot of fake money. I love it. And you can see right here, it's a demo account, right? Now, what I've done also is I've set up. Let's see. Let's just give me a second here. I got to remove the screen so that you can see my personal details right here. But I'm going to show you something pretty cool. Here is a trade copier where I have a lot of different accounts connected to this one trade copier. And here you can see the signal account being the Oanda demo account. Now, check out what happens here when I enter orders for a trade in TradingView on this Oanda account right here. So we go to trading, the trading tab right here, limit order. I'm going to take the entry price of this limit order right here. Right, like that. That's the limit price. And I'm going to enter the stop loss. I'm going to do the same when scalping today. So you're going to see that as well when scalping. All my scalping trades will be copied to other accounts as well. So that's take profit. Now, this is the trade, limit order. And now check this out. Now, here's one of the... I got disconnected from that one. All right, so here is one of the... Let's see. Can I not connect on that one? All right, so for some reason, I got disconnected from the MetaTrader, let's look at this one. So we have another MT4. All right, so here's an MT5 account that I have on this City Traders Imperium. No trades open right now. Watch what happens. Buy limit, boom. That's the limit orders. And then directly there's a limit buy order on Euro JPY. And if you go to the other accounts on MT4, you'll see here that you have the same order on this account as well, which means that I can trade all of these accounts through one account by only using TradingView, which is absolutely fantastic. It's just a game changer. Now, what you're able to do here is just you're able to just open a demo account, and it doesn't have to be a demo account. If you have a live account on Oanda as well, you can obviously log into that. But the cool thing here is you can do everything on TradingView, and everything is just copied over to your funding challenge, which means you can do multiple funding challenge at a time and do everything from TradingView. It's just pretty cool. And then when you remove this order, you will see that it gets removed from the trading platform here as well, which is just pretty amazing. Now, I am a little bit worried that why I cannot seem to connect to one of the accounts here for some reason. I don't know what that happens, but I'm going to check that after the actual scalping session here. So, all right. Yeah, position size is automatically adjusted to fit the account. So actually, you choose that in the trade copier. You choose if you want to have what you want your risk to be. Basically, if you want to have like 1% of the account. Yeah, so you change all that. 1% of the account, same as signal account and all that. So everything is modifiable. So what we're going to do now is we're going to log out from the Oanda demo account because I'm not going to be trading these accounts today. I'm going to trade a scalping account that I have connected to Oanda. And I have different accounts connected to that scalping account because I don't want to mix my funding, my live funding account and my funding challenges and my personal swing trading account with the scalping account. So I have different accounts for scalping, and the idea is to have, of course, then different funding accounts for the scalping account as well, because I don't want to mix different trading styles on different ways to trade. I got this weird thing behind me that's kind of like it sounds like it's going to explode, so I have to kind of shut that off. Man, that's scary. All right, so I'm going to log into Oanda here, but this time I'm going to check the live account. So we're going to log into, I think you have on this signal account about should have 2K. And it's 100 times leverage, so it should be enough money to be scalping. Right. So we should see 1.5K or 2K on this account. All right, so it's 3.3. It's more than expected. Doesn't matter though. It's just good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start scalping on this account, and you see right here, I have the RLZ Slingshot on the chart right here. It says RLZ Slingshot, and it says experimental. So the only people that have access to this indicator right now is the program students, the RLZ program students have access to this indicator. You don't have access to this one though, because this is the experimental version that I'm kind of playing around with before adding it to the live version. If you want to gain access to this indicator, all you have to do is sign up for the newsletter and wait. So I'm happy to announce that the newsletter is going to be released on the 1st of April. Now that I think about it, might not be the best date to release a new product. It's actually not a joke. It's going to be out on the 1st of April, and it's going to be limited in supply, and it's going to be released in small batches in the newsletter. So if you want any chance of getting your hands on the Slingshot indicator before it's basically full, you're going to want to sign up to the newsletter. And it's probably going to be released in like batches of 10 to 15 people each time. And we're probably going to cap it at probably 100 people or something like that. So make sure you sign up to the newsletter. You'll find the description and the link on how to do that in the description of this video. So what I first have to do is, this is the as you can see right here, it says 4-hour RLZ Slingshot. What I want to do is I want to make a copy of this layout. So first I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to say RLZ Slingshot Scalping. So what this does is it is going to copy over the indicators and the drawings and everything. It's just going to copy it over to a new layout. So that's going to be that one. And I then want to open the same one in this one to make sure that I'm logged into the trading account. So let's open that one right here. Save and reload. Reload without saving. Yeah, I don't want to save. Let's not save. Am I still logged into Oanda? I am. Great. Now let's go into the indicator to see how we can change the default settings, which is based on trading this using a swing trading system. You can see here, beautiful, a very nice long signal on Euro JPY, which, I mean, this is beautiful. So you had a very nice long signal here on Euro JPY, and a hit TP1 would now have been stopped out at break even. That's pretty cool to see one just right off the bat here. So what we want to do is we want to go into the settings of the indicator, and you'll have the 20 to 50, and then EMA length is going to be the third one is going to be 100. That's the one I want to use when scalping. When swing trading, I only really want to focus on the 20 and the 50, but here I'm adding the 100 EMA to EMA length 3. And also number of candles since the last EMA cross is good to have 10. Basically, it means that it's going to require 10 candles. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to require 10 candles without any EMA crossing each other. And that's going to make it a higher chance that the EMAs are nicely fanned out. So the higher time frame, we're going to select the 4-hour and not the daily. The daily is for swing trading. The 4-hour 20 on the 4-hour 20 is for scalping. We're going to be using the high time frame trend. We're not going to be showing the high time frame candle signal. It's going to be based on the 4-hour 20 EMA. We are not going to show the stop loss and TP levels when scalping because I want to figure that out myself. Using the fib tool, and then use FTA as TP1. We can probably remove that one. Move stop loss to entry of TP1. We don't need that one. Fib placement. We're gonna definitely want to have the fib placement. Plot strong signals. We're gonna be using pin bars. We're gonna be using engulfings, and we're also going to use the new entry trigger signals. All right, FTA doesn't matter. Good. So we're going to be using the ADX filter for strong signals, filtering strong signals based on ADX, which should help when scalping. We're also going to be using the new type of signal, which is the momentum signal, which is, I mean, I obviously can't give away too much on what it's all based on, but basically it's the indicator before this was based on engulfing candles and pin bars, but this adds different candlestick patterns which are supposed to mimic the rounded bottoms inside the reload zone. So this should add more value. And also, I already changed some stuff here. When swing trading, I want this one to be at 50, and this one is at 50 as well. What I've done now is I lowered the lower RSI level to 40 and the higher to 60 to get less signals, but hopefully those signals are going to be better. And I'm also going to check this box, which will require a stochastics RSI crossover when scalping. So there cannot be a long signal unless it happens after a stochastics RSI bull cross, and the same for going short, a bear cross when going short. The standard settings for the RSI, the stochastics RSI, high time frame EMA, I'm going to change that one to 4-hour and this one to 4-hour as well. And they're going to come up on the chart as dotted lines. And we're going to change some stuff here as well. We're going to do line width small. It's going to be dotted, medium text, small text, and then shorthand on both of these. And let's go into style as well, because I want to change some stuff here. So we have week long. Actually, let's do, I want them to kind of stand out more. So we're going to do this. And I think that's it. I think we're ready to go into the actual scalping. And the time frame we're going to be looking at is the 5 minute. Now, I want to make sure that the spreads are not absolutely terrible. So I have a list here of the Forex, the FX majors, and the crosses between them. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today. We might look at some crypto. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to look at crypto because I can't trade the altcoins that I want to trade on this. And that's what I'm doing on Prime XPT. But I decided to just do this on TradingView to show you the indicator more in a more better way. So we can look at like the first thing we see here on this this signal. This is actually a rather interesting signal, and the way I would have traded this is, well, what I'm trying to do now with this scalping session is, because I know that the system on the when swing trading has about let's see what's my actual win rate here when trading this. Do I have to log in? If I have to log in, I obviously okay. Just give me a second here. So let's look at the actual live statistics here. And we're going to be basing everything on that. So we have the overall statistics here is 59% win rate. So if I have so when swing trading, I have a 59% win rate, and my average R is, what's the profit? The profit factor is 2.4, which is pretty good. 60% and 2.4, that's actually pretty good. So I'm going to be basing this scalping session on a 60% win rate. So now imagine I have a 60% win rate, and that means anything above 1R is good. Anything above 1R will actually trades, which is like 0. I think it's like 0.25 R would still keep me profitable with a 6% win rate. So what I'm going to do is everything that's above 1R will be a good trade. And I'm going to be trying to focus on TP1 because I want to be able to, I'm doing this live, right? I'm going to be doing this for an hour or an hour and a half. And I want to make sure that we actually have a couple of trades. I want to be opening and closing a couple of trades during this time period. And we're on the 5 minutes. So hopefully we'll get some action here. And an example of this would be that's a strong long signal right here on your USD on the 5 minute. And for those familiar with the system, when you have a confirmation of a trade inside the reload zone, you want to wait for the you want to enter on the retest of the 50% fib if unless the 20 EMA is closer, which is that blue line. So I would probably have entered orders here, stop loss below that wick, and then TP1 at the 0% fib. So that's 1.58 to TP1. So I would just exit fully at TP1, because remember, anything above 1 should make this profitable. And I'm just going to risk 1% on this account right here to try it out. And if it works well, this is a scalping account that I'm going to be risking 2% per trade to grow it quickly. And the goal here is to get this account up to 10K USD in not too long, which will probably be very, very hard to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the pairs here that we have and kind of look at, do we have anything setting up? Now it's loading. It's loading quite slowly. So what I could do is I could go into settings and I can remove the Fibonacci placement. So it's going to give me more signals, and I can just place a fib on the on the signal to see if the signal is in the reload zone or not. And another thing I can do is we can do this live. We can just add alerts on all of these pairs. Add alerts on the strong longs and short signals. Let's look at the Euro JPY. So, right, Euro JPY, what's happening with Euro JPY? So one reason, right, so let's filter out some more. Let's actually filter out some more, give some more signals. So we're going to be using the higher time frame. It's going to be the 1 hour. We're changing the higher time frames to the 1 hour. It's going to give us more signals, and we can just zoom out to the 4 hour to see how it looks on the 4 hour. So what I want to do first is I want to add alerts. So we can easily do this by right-clicking Euro USD and then add. No, we can't do that. We're going to go up here and we're going to right-click. We're going to click the 3 dots, and we're going to click add alerts, alert on RLZ Slingshot experimental. And what I can do here is I select on Euro USD 5 minute and I select a strong long. Now what happens is all of this gets filled immediately. Now this is great because you can forward this to a USD plot entry. That's going to give you entry price and then stop loss and everything. So you can forward this to your own Telegram channel or your Discord channel, whatever. And if you you know how to do this, you can apply a chart to this as well. So whenever you get an alert, you can just pop up your phone and you can see a chart and you can see if it's a good signal or not. But I'm just going to do yeah, so this is also a great recommendation to have more tabs open, but the problem is that it seems that I can only have one tab open with this trading panel, which is a bit problematic. I mean, I guess you could shift. So what you can do is, let's see, you can have multiple. You can have a layout like this, perhaps. So maybe you can have a layout in the same tab that would give you what, 4. All right, so this works, right? You can have a layout like this, but then if you're going to use the trading panel here, it's going to be pretty hard to see. Now, as you can see on this camera right here, I have 4 screens, so I can basically have, each screen can be one tab. So I can probably show you how that would look. So I can just have one tab here and then one tab to the right, and I can just look at many different markets at the same time with the indicator, so it doesn't have to load. And then whichever tab I have the trading panel on, I'll just switch to that when it's time to enter a trade. So we can actually try that, but what I have to do then is it's going to be hard for me to actually show you guys what's going on in the stream, because I'm going to be watching 3 screens and you're only going to be watching 1 screen. So the alternative is to have everything open in 1 screen. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pairs. We could be doing 8, right? We could be doing this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could be doing 8 just like this. And it's just going to be pretty catastrophic, but I guess it's possible to get signals in here. So the more pairs you have on, obviously the more harder it's going to be to trade this, but you can definitely have it up like this, and then if you get a signal, you can probably maximize this panel here. So let's say you get an interesting trade on like Euro USD here. So you're just going to open that one, maximize that one. I think I can. Can I do that? I thought it was going to be possible to maximize this one. I think you have to then go to this here. I'm not sure. It's a bit complicated, so I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to do it like this to make it look better for you guys. And just go through the list one by one. So let's see if we have anything interesting happening here. And to make it load, right? Sorry, I was going to set up the alerts. So let's try to set up alerts. We're going to set up 10 alerts here, and I'm show you how that's going to work. So we're going to have a strong long, and we're just going to name it strong long slingshot scalping. And then we're going to do the same with a strong short. and then strong short. And now to add things, to make things a little bit quicker, what I do is I go into the alerts tab right here. Now we know that the name is something with slingshot scalping. So you see that these two alerts come up here, and that's for Euro USD. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these two here, and I'm going to clone them. What happens now is when I'm cloning them, all the information from these alerts will be copied over to two new alerts. And all I have to do is just go, yeah, but I don't care about, not right now. These alerts, I'm going to remove them after the scalping session, but you clone these. And then what you do is you press this one, but you change to Euro USD. I mean, Euro JPY. And then you press edit. And all you have to do is just select RLZ Slingshot again. And you do a, let's do long on that one, strong long. And then we're going to do strong short on this one. So that's on Euro JPY. I'm not sure which one is quicker. We could probably, like, now that's such simple alerts, we can probably just go and do it directly here. So add alert. Yeah, we can just do it directly like this. So Euro GBP, strong long. And we're going to do another one. Euro JPY, strong short. We go to Euro CHF. Strong long. Right, I forgot it has to be once per bar close as well. You always have to take that one once per bar close, because if you don't have take one per bar close, it's going to give you a shit ton of alerts. And that's also a good thing with copying, because that's going to be copied over as well. So let's do this, and then let's go through the actual alerts here. So we got Euro CHF, that's going to be one per bar close. Then we can go through Euro GBP, change these to bar close as well. That's very important, because otherwise you're going to have, you can have signals like once every minute, and you're just going to have a bunch of signals that you can't really trade. Right, so the last signals were Euro CHF. So let's go back here, and we're going to start with Euro JPY. Let's do this, strong long. Oh man, I removed that one. USD JPY. So as you can see, it's rather easy to set up alerts. And these alerts, you only have to set them up once. And when you have them all set up, you don't have to set them up once again. And as you can see, I've been doing this for a while, so I can do it quite quickly. And that's definitely helpful when you kind of get used to this. Why is it not alert? Why can I not add alert? All right, it has to load. Has to load. Sometimes there's the issue with, because there's a lot of code, it has to actually load a lot. Study error, calculation timeout. So let's update something. And whenever I change a number, it's going to update. And this is a good point as well. You should put the correct names on each of the alerts to know which ones are shorts and which ones are longs, to be able to more easily to have it more organized and categorized in the right ways. And we have the last two pairs, and when that is set up, we can start looking at some trades. And then while looking for trades, we're going to be waiting for the signals. All right, it's loading. Have to wait for it to load. All right, so add alerts. I think next one was going to be a short. Now, obviously, I did this quite quickly, so there's going to be there's definitely going to be mistakes, but we should be seeing some alerts come in. Now, this is on the 5 minutes, so we have to wait for every 5-minute candle to close, and the next signal, if there is a signal, should come in 2.5 minutes. So while we wait for those signals to come in, we can kind of like do some manual scans. You know what? I'm going to remove the use high time frame trend, but I should have done that before adding the alerts. So never mind about that. I'm not going to do that again. And if you want like more signals on this, and some people prefer more signals, so because with the more signals you can choose which ones are tradable for you or not. But I choose to have a bit less signals. Euro USD, we're seeing some, like, let's check the news as well, because obviously we want to make sure that, right, where's that one? We want to make sure that we're not going to be scalping through any major news event. Did I just close TradingView? Man. We want to make sure that we're not trading through any major news event, which is at 1600 we have a Fed Chair Powell testimony. I'm not going to be swing trading through that news event. I can scalp now though, but I'm not going to be swing trading through that event throughout the day, so I'm probably not going to be entering any swing trades today. So Euro USD, we're obviously seeing a big uptrend right here, and then we have like a change in behavior and the changing market structure. So as soon as Euro USD breaks this level, we could be looking for shorts on the scalping strategy. We have Euro JPY. What I'm seeing on Euro JPY in terms of scalping is we have a very nice trend here, and these are the trends that we want to go long when scalping. And then we have sort of like it's losing momentum. It's probably like a 1 hour range or a 15-minute clear range here. And then we break below that range here and form a very strong downtrend. Now, this move right here is a pretty obvious change in behavior of this whole move right here. So even if we can add a fib from like this way all the way up here, we have the 50 here. It's a good level. Like it's too big of a move on the 5 minute to be scalping. So if we're going to be going scalp on Euro JPY, we probably have to see something like this and maybe go short here. Next up is Euro JPY, and if I can't find any good trades on the 5 minute on any of these pairs, I will have to go. I will look at more pairs, but I'm not sure about the spreads. There should be a way. I need to add all of that to the actual chart to see. I can't, like, it was quite a long time ago since I traded on TradingView, so I'm not really sure where I can see the actual. If I enter buy and sell, all right, so that's going to be the spread, right? So the spread is 1.2. That's nothing. That's really good. And you look at Euro USD, it's 1.2. So we want to make sure that our spread is tight when scalping. So here you have spread 1.3, like around 1, which is great. Euro JPY got 2. Euro CHF has 1.8, 2. Like, you don't want anything too high. So these all have like GBP, JPY had 3, and it's 2.3. So that's definitely acceptable. Now, if you go to this here, you'll see that AD CAD also has pretty good. But I'm sure we're going to find some which has quite high spreads. Actually, they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good. Yeah, the spread on this one is 73. So this is obviously not something you want to want. And this one got 30, and this one got 40. So these like exotics, you don't want to be trading them. So we can probably look at this list instead. So now we're going to have a lot of different. Ooh, look at that one. This is an interesting trade that we actually missed inside the trading room. Holy shit, look at that. Man, why? I really hate when news just comes along and just completely screws with your whole setup. So the reason I didn't enter this one was like got monthly open here, and the news as well, terrible. Anyway, back to the 5-minute. Let's see, do we have any interesting strong trends right here? That one's good. Oh, look at that. We missed a We missed a trade, like a perfect scalp trade here on AD NCD. That is a beautiful trade. So the way I would have traded this using the indicator is just entered on the candle close. TP1 would be down here. Put stop loss probably up here. That would be a 1.5 R winner. These are the trades we're looking for, and these are the trades we're hopefully going to find today. At least one, one good scalp trade a day or a couple of good scalp trades a week is definitely going to keep you very, very profitable. Yeah, I need to find this. Guess I remember I removed them a while back. So appearance probably should be here, right? No. Trading. Executions, no. If you know where I can add that, right here, bid and ask, perfect. So that's the bid and ask. That's great. So now we'll actually see the, so the spread is the difference between bid and ask. So you see right here on AD NCD, the spread is 2.6, and the difference between the blue line and the red line is 2.6. So now we know that the spread is, so this is the spread. So it's good to take that into consideration. So when placing stop loss, you want to place the stop loss, and then you want to add the spreads to the stop loss to make sure that when price actually hits that stop loss level, you're going to get the stop out and not before it hits the stop loss level. So if you look at this distance right here, if your stop loss is here and price comes and trades up here, you're going to get stopped out without price even hitting your stop loss. So that's very important to take into consideration when scalping. It'll be interesting to see if we have any scalping signals. And the plan I have, because this is the first scalping session I had in a very long time, but the plan that I have is to set up alerts on every pair of this list of 40 pairs. I'm going to set up, well, actually not the indices and not the commodities. So I'm going to remove these, but on about 30 pairs, I'm going to be setting up 5-minute alerts on this using this indicator. And then whenever I'm scalping, I'm just going to search for slingshot scalping, and I will select every single one of these alerts, and I will right click and I will click, can I stop that one? All right, stop. Yeah, so I'm going to stop them when I'm not scalping. And whenever I start scalp again, I'm just going to press restart, because I don't want these signals to just pop up every 5 minutes when I'm not scalping, because I don't care about that, right? The only signals I have active, which that's the 4-hour signals for swing trading. That's the one I want to have up 24/7. Look at that signal. That's probably not a tradable one, but still nice. So it's a good idea to set up all the alerts and then disable them when you're not scalping, and then activate them when you're scalping. Or even if you don't plan to be scalping, if you're at your desk and you're able to scalp, you can actually do so with the alerts without being actively looking at the charts. The only time you want to be actively looking at the charts and managing a trade is when you're actually in a trade. But the beauty of this indicator is that it can work in the background as a market scanner. So I'm not scanning the markets anymore when swing trading. I let all the alerts of the indicator help me with that. And this is what the alerts of the indicator looks like in the Discord. So you'll see right here that this morning we had a couple of alerts on Tesos, and then we had a couple of alerts on AVAX. Some of them look pretty good, looks interesting, right? And that's it. That's the only scanning I want. Now, there are quite a few 4-hour signals in the Forex market. So this new version of the indicator is supposed to perhaps give just a tiny, small amount of just slightly more signals. But I'm okay with that because my plan has always been to develop some sort of market scanner which provides you with a few amount of alerts on the 4-hour to be swing traded, and then more alerts on the 1-hour, which can be swing traded as well and day traded. And then you can use the indicator as a scalping indicator as well, which would have its separate alert system for that as well. So if you look at this, the Discord server here, for example, you have 4-hour signals for the Forex market and the crypto market, as well as 1-hour signals. And the idea would also be to add a scalping alert channel as well. And then it's up to you, the user and the member of the Discord server, to select which one you are interested in. So if the scalping signal, for example, like I'm not going to have a tag which like tags everyone or tag here like a lot of other servers have, because I don't care about that. Like it's up to you to decide if you want to be tagged or not. So you can disable or enable your own notifications for these channels on which of the signals you want. So these signals are available for all the RLZ Trading Room members, and of course you're going to get access to this part of the Discord if you choose to get the Slingshot indicator when it's out as well. I'm going to have a discussion channel for everyone that has the indicator to kind of work, discuss on what's the best settings and get help with the indicator and walkthroughs and all that fun stuff. So huge plans. No, the 1-hour not visible currently. Now I'm waiting for the final version of the indicator before I activate the 1-hour signals, because it's a lot of work. You see what I did here? It's a lot of work, but the 4-hour signals, they look a bit different. So first of all, they have the correct name. So for every alert I add, I had to change this text, short or long. I also have to change the ticker and the chart and the interval, whatever that's called, and everything here in the alerts, like individually. And I have to do that for when adding the 4-hour alerts. I have to do that for 100 pairs. 100 pairs in a 1-hour, and then probably 100 pairs or more for scalping. So we're talking about 300 alerts times 2. It's going to be short and long. It's going to be 600 alerts, and I need to add everyone individually. And I probably spent already probably 100 hours on this, and I have to redo it every time we have a new updated indicator. So I'm just going to wait till the indicator is giving us something nice. I mean, it's giving us something else, but like the final version. So let's continue with the scan here. Let's go through. I guess that's the one we looked at. Well, when it's all set up, it's so incredibly useful. Like this has the reason I passed the funding challenges with yes, it was stressful seeing price getting close and closer and closer and closer, but I basically didn't really do a lot of trading. So I didn't do a lot of trading, and I didn't do a lot of market scanning because I actually mostly just used indicators, the signals from the indicators. So it was actually quite easy, if I'm going to be honest. So we have ADCHF. Do you have something setting up? I'm just gonna see if we can. What happens if we disable the fib placement? Will it still give me the strong signals and other signals? probably will. So let's look at that one. We want to be interested. Yeah, okay. So it still gives me a short signal on without the fib. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna disable the fib, and I think that is optimal when scalping, because now you see it loads. Well, not much quicker, but definitely quicker. So now we're just going to go through this, and we're going to get the EMAs up. And we're going to be seeing if we can perhaps... So when I'm doing these scans, I'm looking at market structure first and foremost. I'm looking at, like, do we have a clear trend on the 5 minute? And if we don't have a clear trend on... if we don't have a clear trend on the 5 minute, I'm just going to move on to the next pair without waiting for this. This is interesting. We definitely have something interesting going on here. So we have a short signal in 2 minutes. It's a strong candle. I like that. Looks pretty good. What I like about this is what I immediately saw is a break and retest with range lows. So you can see right here, that's the range low, that's the range high, that's the middle of the range. It's a break and retest with the range low, and you also have the high time frame EMAs lining up right here. So potentially we could also, we could, this could be a big trade. Like this could be actually be a pretty big trade. It could be all the way down to that EMA. We could also add the reload zone on from the low here to that high, and we're going to be focusing on the, like, this zone right here. If you want to have like big winners, that's the thing you want to do. You want to look at the like the reload zone untested area, which is right down here. That could be a phenomenal and you also see the range is clear on the 1 hour and you're breaking range lows. So this could be a phenomenal entry on the low time frames, and this is really how you get those insane big high risk to reward trades, where you basically enter and enter somewhere here on the candle close, and you want to trade it all the way down to either the 50 EMA here, the 1 hour 50 EMA. I think that's the 1 hour. I think we changed to the 1 hour. Yeah, that's the 1 hour 50 EMA. So you could use that as your target, and that would be 3R trade. But then also you have a pretty good level somewhere down here. You can see right here, that's a good level. And it kind of makes sense, you know, it kind of makes sense. You have a uptrend here, range, and then a downtrend. What you want to do as well, you want to look at the higher time frames, because you want to make sure that you're not really trading against the higher time frames, and you're actually pretty much doing that in this point. But you also see that you could also argue that the daily range, I mean the daily trend is actually a range, right? So this is a daily, and that's obviously a range, and the take profit level is just here, right? So it's just a very small move down to test an untested level, which is complement with the high time frames as well in what I would say is a range. So this looks to me like a probable setup, and I'm just gonna enter this one, and we're going to write it down with a trailing stop probably. So I'm going to enter 100% of the position on one order, and I'm just going to let it run. So the candle closes in 7, 16, 15 seconds. I'm going to do a market execution. I like that word, market execution. So market sell. Oh, almost opened the short. Buy, I mean. So that's going to be that one. And the candle has closed. Has it? Yes, it has. All right, go. Are we in? We are in. So that's my entry. Man, did I even select one? Did I enter one fucking lot or one unit on that one? God damn it. Limit, sell, again, stop loss, price. We're going to risk 2%. Did I do everything correctly? Yes, I did. All right, so that's better. That's better. 70,000 units instead of 1 unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close that one. I can also partial close here, which is amazing. They have really. Can I click on the position? No fucking way. Oh my god. Last time I traded on TradingView, they did not have this, and they did not have like to close partially. Guys, this is wow. 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 You do not understand how awesome that is. I also just noticed that this is a pretty shitty trade. If I'm gonna be honest, that entry is pretty bad. Let's see what the fib would this actually be a reload zone trade if I use that high? It would. Would it be a strong signal perhaps? Let's see. Am I live? Am I on the live account? So how much am I actually risking here? How much am I actually risking? What I'm only risking was a 65 USD. All right, I guess for this account that would work. But guys, that's amazing. Just right click and create limit order. I'm gonna try that. Right click, limit order. Oof, wow. This is the best shit I've ever seen. It seems like I'm at max margin use as well because my margin level is 30 times leverage, which means I can only open one of these positions, which is cool. I mean, I don't really care about having too many positions open when scalping. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move down to here. So what I can do when scalping, I can right click, create limit order, and then I do this 25% risk, and that's going to keep the profit target, and it's going to keep the stop loss as well. And then I can just move this on the next order. Holy shit, this is amazing. What a big, this is going to make such a big difference. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add an alert here, because when either of these alerts goes off, I will either be stopped out probably, or I will move my stops to entry. So let's continue with the scan here. See if we can find another trade that we might want to enter when this is stopped out. And like, note how I'm expecting this to get stopped out. So I'm not saying like, oh, I'm gonna take a new trade when this hits profit. I'm gonna take a new trade when I get stopped out, because you have to always, especially when scalping, you have to always prepare to see your stop loss get hit. And if you do see your stop loss get hit and you prepare for it and you mentally prepare for it and you tell yourself that I'm going to get stopped out, I take this trade with the knowledge that I am going to get stopped out because I'm trading the fucking 5-minute chart, so yeah, I'm going to get stopped out. And if you do get stopped out, you're not going to be like, oh, holy shit, god damn it, I thought this one was going to be a winner, so let's open a 10 times bigger position and let's make it all back. That's revenge trading, and it's so very easy to start revenge trading, and you're just going to lose a lot of money doing it that way. Yeah, TradingView is fantastic, and basically, yeah, absolutely, the MT4 stuff with the trade copier, it's definitely a game changer. Like the plan now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna log into this account whenever I'm going to be scalping, and then when I'm not scalping and swing trading, I'm just going to log into the Oanda demo account, and everything gets copied to the swing trading accounts on the funding challenges, and it's just a game changer. So the only thing I have left is my account on Prime XPT, because usually what I do is I scalp this account and the Prime XPT account at the same time, which is it's not the easiest thing to do. So what I'm mostly doing is I'm scalping altcoins on Prime XPT. So what I do is sometimes I'm going to have altcoin scalping sessions where I'm only going to be focused on trading altcoins, and maybe some forex as well, but that's going to be on Prime XPT, right? So I'm going to talk to Prime XPT and really see if there's any possibility of them adding like accessibility to TradingView, or even MT4, or just an API, because I think I see most exchanges have MT4 access, which is MT4 is probably easier gain access to, and maybe cheaper. So if Prime XPT can give us access to MT4, that would mean that we're able to copy trade from TradingView right into our Prime XPT account, just like I'm doing here with Oanda. And that's going to make Prime XPT better alternative than any other crypto exchanges out there today, which would just be amazing. So we are getting rich, it seems. Kind of like it seems like it's breaking down, and all my worries in life is about to disappear. It is, it's life goal to actually, like, when I started trading, my goal was always to become a really good scalper, because I did realize quite early that the ones that make a shit ton of money in trading are those that are able to have a high time frame perspective and a swing trading perspective on scalping. So most new traders, they go into trading and they think, I'm going to be scalping, I'm going to be a intraday day trader, I'm going to be scalping, but they go into the scalping game without having the knowledge of a swing trader and the high time frame market structure approach, which I have. So you see here on Euro CAD, I could easily identify the ranges and the levels and where it's probable for price to hit, and a really good level would be this level below. So right off there, I decided that, all right, this scalping trade, I'm going to be using a trailing stop, because TP1 on this trade is not going to work. So I'm just going to use a trailing stop because it aligns with the overall high time frame market structure and the way I look at swing trading. So if you're able to transform, like, take that knowledge you have from swing trading, and by the way, if you haven't liked the video, please do like the video. I don't like asking for it, but you would be surprised how well or words that I'm trying to say and it kind of disappears. Wow, that was weird. Like the video. So yeah, like the people that are like can make a lot of money in trading, like a shit ton of money, and like complete the FTMO challenge with ease, are scalpers, right? That's the that's where the money is. If you're able to be long term consistent as a scalper, you can make so much money. Because imagine if you have a similar scalping system to my swing trading system. So my swing trading system, I'm happy if I can make 5% a month. I'm really happy with that. 5% a month, that's awesome. And I take maybe 1, 2, 3 trades a week. Now imagine if you're trading the same system, which this is the RLZ method, but on the lower time frames. Now imagine if you trade that system on the lower time frames, you're gonna get the same amount of trade setups relative to your time frame. So if you're able to get 3 trades a week swing trading, you might be able to get 1 to 3 trades every day using this method, and the win rate is similar. It's about somewhere between 50 and 60%, and you can easily get 2R per trade on the winners, which will, statistically speaking, you would have the same win rate and the same average R, but you would probably have 10 times more trades, which, if you're risking the same stuff, you're getting 10 times more profit. And yeah, I think that it's absolutely possible for scalpers to take a small account and grow it to a very big account, which is impossible for a swing trader. Now, the positive thing about swing trading is you can live your life and make a shit ton of money while not trading, which is not possible as a scalper. As a scalper, you have to be actually at your desk. But as a swing trader, man, you can trade for 15 minutes in the morning and then be on the beach rest of the day and just be making money. That's the beauty of swing trading, and that's why I prefer to be a swing trader. Now let's look at the alerts log. We got an alert on CHFJPY. Just had a short signal on CHFJPY. Do we like this one? I think I want to add. Yeah, I do like this one. I do like this one. Let's remove the fibs for this example to see if we can get a trade on this one. Now, I don't have the margin. That's the problem with having. That's the problem with having not a lot of leverage. Wait a minute. It kind of looks like I do have. The margin used is 0.04, and I've available as quite a lot. Maybe I could try this. So let's look at market structure here on this trade. So we go out to the daily. That's a lot of lines. Probably from some program webinar or something, or backtesting session. So what is the daily telling us? The daily is telling us that the trend is bullish. And it's telling us that the trend is bullish because you have a uptrend, range, breakdown, and a downtrend, somewhat of a range, a bullish break in market structure right here. So even though that the overall high time frame trend is bullish, we can easily see here that the local trend is in a range, and we can look at the 4 hour as well, and the 4 hour is quite pretty much a range trend. It's actually a range on the daily, but it has bullish characteristics, and on the 4 hour it's actually an uptrend. And then on the 4 hour you have these fib levels here. So you have the 50% fib down here. It's a good level. If I would be scalping this, I would look at that level, and I would then look at the 50 below. So let's keep the 50 in the reload zone. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Where do we have the 50 EMA? The 50 EMA is right here. Now, this is not going to be a trade. This is not going to be a trade, even though it's an interesting trade. This is not a good trade, because you can see that these highs are not reclaimed. We're basically selling right into low time frame support, and it's going to be obvious on the 1 minute, right? So you see on the 1 minute here, you have a somewhat of a range with bullish characteristics, and a break above that zone, and it's kind of retesting that level. Yes, it has kind of broken down here, but it seems to me that this would be, we would basically be selling support, which I'm not really that interested in. So we'll probably have that entry. I mean, it could be a quick 1 hour trade down to the 50 EMA, but yeah, that makes no sense. And when you're spending too much time on a setup, when you're thinking about the setup for too long, you've just got to close the chart, go to the next one, because a good setup should be obvious. Right, let's continue. What's your cat? I'm still liking this one, even though it's. I mean, we can't be looking at this too often. Like, the more we look at it, the more prone to making impulsive decisions and managing the trade in the wrong way. Right. So let's move on. We got euro. All right. So here you see. Like, I need to get used to this, but you see margin used it here, and then margin available. So obviously I can't open the same position size. Look at this. That's a beautiful long signal. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. I wish I saw that one. When was that one? That one was 10:45. 10:45, 15 minutes before starting this webinar. That is a beautiful long signal. Now, okay, it never really came down and tested. It never came down and tested that level. So I guess I wouldn't have been able to enter this, but still, that's a really good looking trend. Let's move on. GBP/USD. We got a short on GBP/USD. Is this interesting? I mean, it's below the moving averages. It's in a local trend. Yeah. I like this. I do like this one. Okay, and there's also a trend line here, right? Look at that, it's beautiful. And let's add the fibs here as well. Do we have, oh, it's not gonna be the right fib though, but can we just ignore this? Ah, shit. No, I can't ignore that. So what you have here is a very beautiful, like you have a stochastic RSI cross right here on the 4-hour 20 EMA. You have that trend line as well. But up here, you have a what I would say is an untested level. So you have that breakdown right there, and you have an untested level. It's complemented with the monthly open. That untested level is complemented with the monthly open and the 50% fib. And you have the reload zone here as well. So there's a high chance that you will see price come up into this area. And I don't have the margin available to take a new trade anyway. But that's actually a good reason not to take the trade. If I had to take this trade, I would enter right here at this very moment here, and I would probably, all right, so if I get filled here, I would probably, this would be the trade. Like 1 hour winner or something like that. So let's keep that on. See what happens. All right, next up, GPNCD. That's a beautiful long signal, short signal here as well. Look at that. Like there is so many beautiful examples of signals. Holy shit, look at that. It's absolutely amazing. So that's the short signal right there. So what I would have done here is I would probably just have placed orders like in the middle here to get a good risk to reward. And then you have the weekly open. You have the weekly open down here confluent with that like the area between these two fibs. So I would just place my TP on the weekly open. Then stops would be, what's the spreads? All right, so the spreads are pretty big. So I'll probably put my stop loss up here. So that would be a 1.2 R winner, which should be okay, right? With a 60% win rate, everything above 1 is actually good. Now, of course, you could put in multiple orders and the like, or just trail your stop down, but this one would have been stopped out of entry. So I think I'm trying different strategies here, but I do think that opening one position and then opening one position and having one TP, I believe, is the way to go, especially for the way I want to be trading here. All right, so it does seem like I'm gonna get stopped out of the trade I took, which is gonna be unfortunate, because I also have to end the webinar soon. That's also beautiful, beautiful long signal, and that one is a good long signal as well. Like the more I use this indicator on the lower time frames, it's obvious that it has such insane potential to be a great scalping indicator. And then what I like is you can optimize the EMAs, right? So you can optimize the EMAs, you can test different settings and back test different settings to see what works best for you. And it's actually quite customizable. And I'm planning on. I actually started recording the videos for the members area for the Slingshot indicator. So what you're gonna get when you get this indicator, you're going to have access to a members area on the rlztrading.com website, where you will have, I believe it's going to be like 4 or 5 videos explaining how the indicator works, how all the settings of the indicator works, and how you can play around with it and experiment and backtest different things, and how to set up alerts, and how I have it all set up and how I use it in my day-to-day trading. So I think it's going to be a very valuable resource for serious traders, not traders that just want, like, new beginner traders might find this quite useful, but I think where this indicator is made for people that want to take trading to the next level and use it as a trading tool when passing funding challenges and getting funded and staying profitable, and actually using it as a scanner tool for finding good setups according to the break and retest system and the trend following system with entries inside the reload zone is absolutely great for that sort of trading. All right, so what's happening here on Euro CAD? You know, I'm gonna keep this trade open, but if that alert hits here, you see, if that alert hits here, and we have like a 5-minute candle closing above this section, I'm probably going to close this trade. I mean, the rejection here on this previous range low area is pretty good, but there's also a very clear level up here, which is kind of looks like it's untested in this region. So it seems possible that it's going to get tested here as well. And now also when I look at the 15-minute, well, it doesn't really matter, but you see the 15-minute with the 100 here, and the 15-minute is acting as a great support area, but you can't look at that all the time. Like if you go in all time frames and you look at all the moving averages on all time frames, you're going to be finding a lot of reasons not to take the trades. You got to be careful with that, obviously. Right, so I'm gonna wait for this candle close and make a decision if I'm gonna be closing the trade or not, and then after that we are going to end the live stream. So again, if you want to gain access to this indicator to play around with it yourself, you're going to get access to it through the newsletter. So all you have to do is you need to go to you need to look at the description below, where we have links to the links to Substack, where we have our newsletter. So you have to sign up to the newsletter, and when sending out the newsletter, we will at the same time be releasing new batches of the indicator for you guys to get access to. So you need to be a member of the RLZ Trading newsletter to gain access to this indicator. So make sure you are actually subscribed to that. I know a lot of people are waiting for this indicator. I'm pretty sure it's going to be I mean, I think already the first batch is fully booked, so there might only be like 1 or 2 people able to get access to it on the 1st of April. But then a couple of days later, we're going to be releasing probably 10 or 15 more. So make sure you're signed up. I'm sending the links in the comments as well. What's up, Hamza? Hope you're doing good. I think this Hamza. Hope you're doing good, man. And yeah, thank you. It's pretty crazy as well. Like, it feels like I started this like several years ago, because there's so much going on and we've done so incredible. Like the progress is quite amazing. It does feel like it's just been years since I started this, which is just amazing. I'm seeing people really develop into some really cool traders and really good traders inside the trading room. And yeah, it's a dream for me to be able to just help people, right? And yeah, it's fantastic. All right, guys. So the candle has closed. I'm gonna keep the position open. I'm gonna make a decision right here to see if I should keep it open or not. And I will keep it open. And as soon as this alert below gets hit, I will move my stops to entry. And if this alert above gets hit, I'm probably going to close the position. All right, guys, thank you for joining today, everyone. And hopefully you enjoy these scalping sessions. I'm going to be doing more scalping sessions like this one now that I have TradingView all set up in this beautiful way. We're going to be doing Forex scalping on TradingView here, and then we're going to be doing altcoin scalping on the Prime XPT. And yeah, if you do like these scalping sessions, just let me know in the comments and hit the like button if you like it. And the more likes these live streams get, the more I will do them. And the likes on several live streams will also tell me which ones you like and which ones I should continue doing. Personally, I do really enjoy doing these live scalping sessions, because it's just more fun scalping live than just going through markets and market scanning and just looking at same old price action over and over again, waiting for setups to appear. Like swing trading for me it's quite boring. It's very profitable for me, but it's boring, and that's the way it should be. But I feel like lately I've been doing less live streams because I don't know what to talk about. Like my trading is just 100%, like almost 100% automatic. So I'm just going through the markets and I'm like, it's just the same thing, just over and over again. I go through this list. I press the space bar. I'm like, there's no setup. Maybe in 8 hours, no setup. Maybe in 8 hours. So scalping gives us more action, and we're also able to go through the same type of emotions that happen when swing trading. But the emotions when scalping, you have fear and greed and euphoria and confusion and confidence, all in the span of 10 minutes. So you're able to like try to identify emotions, and it's a really interesting thing to do when trading live, because I can easily say that when prices were down here, I felt pretty good. And now when prices up here, not really feeling that good. Well, I'm feeling good, but not the same as down here. And when I'm swing trading, when I'm swing trading, I have several hours and maybe even days to prepare for what certain movements of markets of price action will tell me emotionally, right? So I have time to prepare, and the emotions come slowly, so I have time to kind of like identify the emotions, and I have time to prepare a trade. But with scalping, it's just instant, right? So you have to you get a feeling, you see a trade, you have to take a decision instantly, and that is a very interesting thing about scalping. It's just like swing trading, and then you sped up to be. So yeah, if you like this, just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more. I'm just gonna leave this trade open, and I'm gonna go get some lunch. All right, guys, take care, and thanks for watching. And I will see you all in the next live stream. All right, take care.